Hi, this is Dan Bullard, retired electronics engineer, sitting on the front deck of my houseboat again. I want to talk about this. I've written 4 magazine articles. This is the only one that wasn't in electronics magazine. This is Houseboat Magazine, and I wrote an article and I submitted it to Houseboat Magazine thinking maybe they'll take it, and they did. And so they read it and they offered me $350 cash money for the article, which was great. This is back in 2011. And so it's really great. It's really great. And you'll notice on the front cover is a catamaran cruiser's houseboat. That's because when I wrote the article and got it accepted by Houseboat Magazine, and they told me it was going to be in the March issue, I told the people at Catamaran Cruisers they should get an article in there for their stuff, and maybe we could, get a little bit of synergy. And they did, and it worked. And so in this issue of Houseboat Magazine, it's all about Catamaran Cruisers, and my article's in there. And it really came out great. And it was, this is what it looks like, and I'll show you. I've got other pictures too. But it was great getting published in Houseboat Magazine. I'd already been published in Test and Measurement World and Evaluation Engineering twice for the stuff on electronics. But for solar power in Houseboat Magazine, I thought that was a big boon. And, back then I believed in solar. I don't so much anymore. Especially after that Texas solar farm got wiped out by a hailstorm. We've been hit with hail and we haven't had any damage yet. But these solar panels are very expensive. I think I paid $600 each for these solar panels. And so now, if they were to get damaged, I'd have to replace them. And oh my God, the expense is just crazy. They're probably a lot cheaper these days, but it's no fun to get up there on the roof and fool with them. Now, what do I do with my solar? I don't live on it 100% of the time, but it depends on where I am. In the slip, I don't use them very much except for the lights and the fans, the bathroom fan and the stove fan, and the water maker. That's pretty much what I use them for. But when I'm on anchor, I use them for everything. That's my power. And we've been away from the dock for as much as 45 days at both Caterpillar Island and in Vancouver Lake. And we used to go out all the time. We don't anymore. I'm too old for that. But we used to go out all the time, and we'd go out and sit there, watch TV with satellite TV. We had 3G internet, so we would power all that with the solar panels, and charge up the computers and charge up the phones and the whole shebang, and run the stereo all day long. We always run the stereo all the time. And we used to have XM radio, so we would listen to XM all the time, and that takes power. So solar power has been great for me. They do a pretty good job in the spring, the summer, and the fall, but in the winter they don't do anything. So I have to have a battery charger to keep the batteries charged. But in the spring, summer, and fall, I get enough power to stay alive, and in the summer especially, I can go out and I get all the power I need to run everything. The fridge runs off of propane, the furnace runs off of propane, and everything else is electric. So, for example, the fan for the furnace, that's electrical. So all that stuff runs off of the solar power. My water maker runs off solar. So that's a great thing. I'm using solar power to create drinking water out of the river. You can't beat it. It's been 12 years since we've had it, and everything's holding up just fine. I had to replace my charge controller once, sort of. I replaced it with a unit from Amazon that didn't work out. It cooked my batteries, so I replaced it and went back to a Xantrex. The Xantrex does a good job. It goes up to bulk charge, and I explain that in here in this article. So take a look at the article. It's online. I'll give you a link here. It's really cool. And I love being published. I used to be really, really good at writing. I can't do it anymore. And I just did a thing for Amazon. They wanted me to be in a beta project for my book. So my book, The Reluctant Road Warrior, is now on audio. So you can buy it. It's kind of expensive for an audiobook, but buy it, listen to it. It's not my voice. It's a computer voice, but I can't read it anymore anyway, so it's okay. Anyway, so I really love writing. I used to really love writing, and I've written 100 articles on LinkedIn. I've got a whole web page. I've got my books, and I pretty much am done writing, but I've written a lot of articles, both when I worked and after I retired. So enjoy my stuff. I've written a lot of stuff, but this is one of my favorites because it's about solar power, and I currently live on solar power. Yay. So once again, from the river, this is Dan Bullard. See ya.